Welcome everybody to the listening room. My name is Benjamin and welcome back Landon to the show. Today we're going to be ranking every single Led Zeppelin album. There's 8 in total? Yeah, I'm trying to think because like my box it's a little bit weird. But anyway, our least favorite to our favorite. This is one of my favorite bands of all time. Don't know about this guy, but absolutely loves Led Zeppelin. It's one of my early introductions into rock and roll. And I kind of more explored their music last year, a couple years ago, and so, I mean, that's all I got to say about them. You got anything?
No. It's always a pleasure listening to Led Zeppelin. They've made very many movie references.
Yeah.
And then their songs get played in almost everything. They're just a really iconic band, or group, whatever you want to call it. Pretty good, yeah.
Alright, you going first or shall I?
I'll go first.
Alright, he's going to go first this time.
Okay, so my number, we're starting from worst to first.
Yeah.
My number 8 spot is Coda.
Alright.
Yep. That's it right there.
Yeah, so, well, I guess I got to cover myself. The camera's a little bit different on this, but also the CDs I have are from a box set, so like they're kind of double disced, and so I'll hold them up as they are. Why is that your least favorite though?
I just really did not like it. I did not like this album at all. That's why it's my least favorite. I always had that one band that I just did not like that album.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the song names were. It was, which one was it? My favorite was, I'm pretty sure, excuse me, Poor Tom. That was the second one, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't have a least favorite on this one. I just didn't like them all equally. But Poor Tom, in my opinion, was a pretty good song, but just not as good when it comes to the rest of these. Just overall, could definitely have been better. It's always that the last album that they made is always just, for me, I don't know. It was the same way with Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13
Well,
was...
13 was not your least favorite.
Yeah, it was still high on the list though.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Who knows? But yeah, Coda is my number 8.
Okay, so I don't know if you looked at why. That one's also my least favorite. So, I mean, I guess I don't even need to show it yet. But the reason, and I guess I didn't give you a background, or I don't know if you read on it, this technically is an album of outtakes and former live tracks where they strip the background music and the audience on it. So it's like, the drummer dies, John Bonham. And they put this out kind of like a tribute or one last thing to show like all the, some of the stuff that was like the rejected tracks is basically what this album is. And it's considered a studio album, and it's not, I don't hate it, but this is not top shelf Zeppelin for me at all. I think Walter's Walk was probably my favorite, but I didn't have, I don't really know what my least favorite on this would be. It's a cool thing to have for Zeppelin collectors, but this is not top shelf Zeppelin. I've never seen this out of a bottom of anybody's like worst to first or anything like that. But like, I mean, that's kind of not the point. It's not supposed to be. It's just like rejected collector's tracks of sorts. But definitely my least favorite. Now we'll get to the official studio albums next. Your next one?
Ooh, my next one is Presents, right?
Presents?
Yep. Not presents from Christmas, but being present.
Yes.
I did like this one. I think I really only did not like Coda on this whole list. The only album that I did not like was Coda. The rest of them I did enjoy a lot. These ones were very good. I don't know. This one was pretty good. There was a lot of better ones. This was their 5th album, right?
No, this is their
6th.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty sure
Because
it's
they had one more after this, In Through the Outdoors,
Yep.
so it would be their 6th.
Yep, that one. The favorite song from that one?
If I can pull open the songs.
Perfect, right
You
here.
pull up Spotify or something.
It was, oh yeah, I should do that next time. I'll do that next time.
Yeah, good.
Let's see. My favorite one was not the first one. It was not the last one. It was somewhere in the middle. I don't really look at the song names. I just kind of listen to it. I know. Candy Store Rock.
Okay.
I like that one. Nobody's Fault But Mine was good. It is a 6-minute song though, but if you're really feeling it, it is pretty good. A lot of those really long songs I like, but sometimes when you get like a 6-minute song, it's either like really good or they're just dragging it along. But so far they're all good. Oh, the first one's 10
Let's hope
minutes.
I don't turn him on to prog rock. Or he's gonna hate me.
But yeah, Presence is my number 7.
Good deal. Let me pull open the thing. In Through the Outdoor is my next one. Again, there's not... To me, Zeppelin never made a bad record. And like, anybody can say what they want about Coda. Like, yeah, it's an outtakes thing. They didn't... it's a rejected track, so you can say with that. But like, this is technically their official last album before John Bonham passed on. I think this was released in '79. I like this album. It's got some... It's got good tracks on it. My least favorite is... Well, I don't really know about a least favorite on this one. Hot Dog's cool. I know people don't like All My Love because it's kind of a slower, it's got more keyboard. It's not really a Zeppelin-esque track. I've had a soft spot for it. I'm thinking... Carousel Ombra's probably, if that's how you say it, that one's probably my favorite. That's a cool track. That one is 10.5 minutes, though. So, you probably don't like that one, but...
That was your favorite, you said?
Yeah, it's a cool track. I mean, to me, but again, music's music, so you hear everything different, and I like long tracks, so... In Through the Outdoor, it's a solid record. Not top shelf Zeppelin yet, but I think we're almost to the point where like anything on this next ranking is pretty much equal, so that's next for me.
Nice.
And you?
That's actually my number 6 right there.
Oh, okay, I
Into
pulled
the
it up.
Outdoor. I like this album. This one, see, I just don't really have much to say until we get to like the number 5s. This one was pretty good. I didn't hate any of the songs in this one. My favorite was probably Fool in the Rain, though. It's got a good... It starts out good, ends good, the middle's good. It's just overall just a great album. But it is in number 6 place because there are better ones. But it's a good album. It's in my number 6, so I mean that's all I gotta say about that one. Overall, just good. Yep.
Cool. Presence is next for me. I know you didn't seem to care for it as much. Achilles' Last Stand is my favorite on this album.
Okay.
I don't know what a least favorite of mine would be. Maybe Hot's on for Nowhere. I don't know. Like I like this album. It's a good. It's got some longer songs on it. Like Achilles' Last Stand's almost 10.5 minutes. Nobody's Fault But Mine. That's a good tune as well. That's a great one. And T for One's almost 10 minutes. But I will say, I don't know what the heck they were going on with this album cover. Like, what is that? I don't know. Like, it's not the worst, but it's like I don't understand it. It's like the family is sitting around this. I don't know. It looks like the thing. Well, yeah. Well, I'm saying what's in the middle here. It looks like the telephone ladies thing where they put it up to the ear or whatever. Yeah. It's a little strange. It's I don't know, but good album. I would. After this, especially, and even this is close on it, everything after this could, shift around, except for my number 1, probably, so. Presence, and yours is...
My number 5 is Physical Graffiti.
Oh, no.
I enjoyed this album. It's in my number 5th spot because, first of all, I like the cover a lot.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a really great cover. It's very simple, but it's simple, but it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the buildings with all the windows. And are those different numbers, or are they just like the symbols?
What, in here?
In the windows, yeah.
Well, it spells Physical Graffiti in there.
I did not know that. That's
it's hard
better.
to see it on Spotify and on the app. If you have a record, you can see it.
Yeah, but I really like the album cover on that one. I really love the opening, and my favorite song on this one is Custard Pie. I really like that song. It was, it wasn't as, rock to me.
Okay.
But I noticed that on the albums they got like the really like rock songs, and then they got more of like the chill songs. I listened to this one on my way to work this morning, and it was really like, I felt like I was in the beginning scene, like the opening scene in a movie or something, driving around. It was a really good song, and overall just like the whole album itself. So just the cover of the album and then the opening just makes it my number 5. Pretty good album. Yeah, so that's my number 5.
Cool. More on that a little later. But where's the other? There it is. Houses of the Holy is next for me. Oh well, actually that's a double. What it kind of looks like, I think. Yeah, that this page right here is what it looks like, and then that's just kind of the whole thing of it. But I don't have anything bad to say about this album, except there is a track on here I don't like, and I'm gonna pull it up eventually. There we go. I was trying to pull up the lyric sheet and stuff, but favorite song. I don't know. I like pretty much all these tracks. I think I don't care for the grunge so much. It's just okay for me. The song remains the same as probably my favorite or the Ocean. So either I don't know.
That was your favorite or least favorite?
Favorite. At least
Okay.
favorite probably is the grunge. But song remains the same or the Ocean. One of those two. And I don't have as much history with this album, so like maybe someday it'll come higher. But like I like this album a lot. I mean, it's Zeppelin. You listen to their albums and you're like, well, it's Zeppelin. It's good. So, yeah, I don't have anything else to say about that. But Houses of the Holy. I will say though, why on Houses, like they don't have the title track is technically on Physical Graffiti. Houses of the Holy is a song on Physical Graffiti and not on this. That should have made it on this album.
I know.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's a little weird.
But anyway, that is a good song.
They
too,
didn't have
Physical.
any title album, or what's it called? You said when the song was the name of the album.
Title track?
Title track. They didn't have any title tracks. Does Led Zeppelin have any title tracks? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't feel like I saw any.
Well, it was In Through the Outdoor song? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
While you give your pick, I'll look for that. Real
Alright,
quick.
well, my number 4 is Led Zeppelin 2. It's
somewhere down
on
here.
my number 4 because I feel like the rest of the Led Zeppelin albums are better than that.
Interesting.
I didn't like a lot of the songs, like the Lemon song. I just didn't really like it. Just the name alone is just... Ugh. Heartbreaker I really liked, and Thank You. And then Whole Lotta Love is a good opener for that song. I don't know, it just didn't feel as very... I can't really describe it. It felt really, like, really low, you know? Really sad, almost.
Huh.
In my opinion. There are other songs in the albums that are in my top 3 that were pretty sad, but those I really liked. Led Zeppelin 2, though, is my number 4. So, out of, like, the first 4 Led Zeppelins, that one is not my worst, actually, because number 3, yeah.
Number 3 or number 4?
Did I put Led Zeppelin 4 on my
Did
list?
you put it on your list?
I didn't put it on my list. There's 9 albums. There's 9. Not 8.
I guess I'm
Look at that.
miscounting because like of my box set, but like I don't know.
But still, Led Zeppelin 2 is my least favorite out of the first 4 albums, the Led Zeppelin albums. Number 2 is my least favorite. So, yep, Led Zeppelin 2 is number 4 for me.
And they would have had a title track if they put Houses of the Holy on Houses of the Holy, but they did not. So, what's my next pick? What did I do? What was my last one? Houses of the Holy?
Yes.
Okay. I used to have this album a lot higher, but like, I don't know. As I listened to them, I was like, I like these other albums maybe a little better. I'm actually going to make a split decision here on this one. Led Zeppelin 2's next. Um,
Okay.
that one probably would have been a little bit higher. But like anything's top shelf here at this point. You know, you have
For sure.
Whole Lot of Love, killer song to open an album. I actually do like the Lemon song.
Really?
Yeah. Living, Love, and Made is one of my favorites. That probably is my favorite, or I don't know. I'll probably Living, Love, and Made. Heartbreaker's a good song. I don't know what my least favorite would be at this point. I like this whole album. Ramble On, Moby Dick are good. Bring It On Home's a good closer. I don't know, like the album, and I kind of switched this up last second
Really?
for me with another pick that we'll get to later. But Led Zeppelin 2 is next, and I know people would have this higher on their list probably.
So that's your number 4, you said?
Sure.
Well, it has to be your number 5
Yeah,
because we don't
'cause I
have. Well, unless you counted yours in there. But now this is my actual number 4 because the other one was number 5 because I didn't put Led Zeppelin 4 in the list. So there's 9 albums. So my number 4 now is Led Zeppelin 4.
Okay.
I really enjoyed this album. It was kind of mixed for me. Black Dog and then Stairway to Heaven, that's what it's called? Yeah, Stairway to Heaven, I really like those.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate Misty Mountain Hop, but it wasn't my favorite. That's probably my least favorite. I do not hate that song at all, though. It is just not my...
It's not your cup of tea.
It's my least favorite out of this album. I do not hate it, though. I liked all the songs on this one. This one felt like a lot happier to me, this album. Maybe that's just me, but it was very more upbeat for me. So Led Zeppelin 4 is in number 4 for me.
Okay. And as I was rambling on, this one would have been number 1 a long time ago. When I first listened to them, I still love this album, Led Zeppelin 1. Or, well, I don't think it's called Led Zeppelin 1. It's just called Led Zeppelin. But, man, when I heard this one, I could not stop listening to it the first time. This was my introduction to Zeppelin, and I listened to it so much. Not burnt out by this one, though, like I am with some of the Sabbath albums, but or other bands that I'll get to later. Good Times, Bad Times, I mean, you can't... What an opening song. Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You is awesome. You Shook Me. I love that track. Dazed and Confused probably is my least favorite, or Good Times, Bad Times. I don't know.
Your least favorite?
Favorite. No, those are my 2 favorites
gotcha.
on the album.
Gotcha.
I don't know what maybe Communication Breakdown is my least favorite, but that's still a great tune. It's the shortest one on the album, and maybe I'll base that off of that. But like, what a debut album! You cannot debut. Yeah, I mean, you debut in 1969, and you put that out and Led Zeppelin 2. I mean, man, that is just 2 albums in 1 year.
2 killer albums.
Oh my heavens, you can't do much better than that.
Yeah.
So that's my next pick, Led Zeppelin.
For sure. Okay, now we're in the top 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
My top 3 is House of the Holy.
Houses of the Holy?
Yep. Houses of the Holy.
There you go.
It's my number 3 over the Led Zeppelin albums, like the 1 through 4. This was your number 6?
Yeah, I mean, I like the album.
Yeah.
It's just...
I like it too. It was, it's number 3 for a reason. I really like it, actually. The Rain song and then Dancing Days were for sure my favorite, but the favorite, like, for sure, my most favorite is the Rain song on this album.
Hey, you liked a long track. That's 7.5 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. It was a good song. Overall, just this was their 6th album, was it not? I think so.
No, I think Physical Graffiti was after, wasn't it?
Oh no, this is their 5th one.
Yeah.
This is their 5th album. Yeah, because this is after Led Zeppelin 4. A really good. See, I just don't really know what else to say. It's a really great album. It's my number 3 for a reason. All good songs. Definitely recommend listening to that if you're listening to Led Zeppelin.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. But, yeah.
Alright, my next...
Number 3.
So I did Led Zeppelin on the last one. I'm trying to
Yep.
get my thing in order here. Number 3 is going to be Led Zeppelin 3. I had not really heard. I don't have much history with this one because I hadn't really heard it before we started doing this ranking. If I'm
Really?
being honest, yeah. I don't know why. I just kind of I would listen to Led Zeppelin 1, Zeppelin 2, Physical Graffiti, Presence some, and Zeppelin 4. And then just kind of this one went by the wayside for some reason of the first 4 for sure. Oh, first 5. Immigrant Song, killer opening track. I mean, that is an awesome song. Friends is an awesome song. I really like that. And then when I heard Gallows Pole, I was blown away. I love Gallows Pole so much. That might be probably Friends is my favorite track on the album. But again, like there's so much on here that I like. Bonnier Stomp. Bonnier? I don't know how to say that. The ninth track on this legendary album. And I don't have anything more to say about it. Besides, it's awesome and listen to it.
Yeah.
Zeppelin 3 is my number 3.
Nice. Okay, my number 2 is Led Zeppelin 3, actually. Really great album. Like Benjamin said, Immigrant Song is a killer opening for this. That is a crazy song. When I think of Led Zeppelin, I think of Immigrant Song.
Sure.
But it was really great. Like you said, Friends was also a good song. That one was a little slower. It went from Immigrant Song, it went from Immigrant Song, which was like really like crazy, and then Friends, which was slower. I did also listen to that one on my way to work. That was really nice, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Celebration Days. I actually really liked that song when I heard it, and I actually listened to this album also. I listened to this whole album on the way to work, and that was my first time listening to Celebration Days, or Celebration Day, and I really liked it. Overall, it's just a really great album. I don't hate any of these songs, and I don't dislike any of these songs. Like, they're all, like, really good. If I was listening to this whole album, I would not skip a song, honestly.
No.
They're all really great. But my number 2 is Led Zeppelin 3.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about Zeppelin is that you can listen to a whole album, and even the deep cut tracks are awesome for the most part, especially on all the way through Houses of the probably even Presence for me. Honestly, probably I could go all the way through until Coda and then be like, I'll listen to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I come to Coda, I'm like, I have to be in the right mood for that because I don't usually listen to outtake albums unless I'm a huge. I mean, I'm not the biggest collector by any means, but like, I don't know. That's not top shelf. And if I'm gonna listen to Zeppelin, I'm gonna listen to pretty much anything above that album. But my number 2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me. I'm trying to figure out. Like flip these two because there's like 2 discs on there. Okay, there it is. Led Zeppelin 4. Man, did I listen to this album to death when I first heard it. Of course, you know Stairway to Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Love that track. But if you're going to listen to Stairway to Heaven, listen to this and then listen to Heart's live version at the Kennedy Center. And I'll probably show you that one afterwards. I didn't end up doing that before. That is one of the most amazing live tracks I've ever heard, and I still get emotional listening to it. So Stairway to Heaven is an awesome track. Probably not, I don't know. That's probably not my favorite on the album, but any of these tracks could be my favorite on the album. Black Dog's awesome opener. Rock and Roll. Battle of Evermore is awesome.
Really?
That is such a good track. Of course, Stairway to Heaven's number 4. Misty Mountain Hop might be my least favorite, but I don't hate that track at all. That's such a good track.
Mm-hmm.
Four Sticks is cool because he actually uses 4-drum-6er in that song. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Look at it live; it's pretty cool. And then Going to California, that's a good one. When the Levee Breaks is an awesome clothing track. I'm still kind of addicted to listening to this album. Love it so much. Zeppelin 4. There's a reason it was as big as it was. So
Nice.
your next
Okay, my number 1 is Led Zeppelin, or Led Zeppelin 1, whatever you want to call it.
What would have been my number 1 many years ago.
I really like this album. I listened to it I listened to the whole album for the first time a couple days ago, and I honestly kept listening to the whole album every single day from then.
Fair.
It was really great. My favorite song on it was Baby, I'm Gonna Leave You.
Yeah.
I really like that one. Also, Good Times, Bad Times. That's a really great opening.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I thought of Led Zeppelin, before I started listening to Led Zeppelin, I thought of Immigration Song. So I thought of, like, they're all gonna be, like, super, like, really, like, rock hard songs. But after, like, listening to it, it honestly changed my whole perspective on it. They're not all, like, rock hard songs. Like, Good Times, Bad Times, and then Baby, I'm Gonna Leave You are not, like, super hard songs. And they're honestly, like, really pleasant to listen to. And just those two, honestly, just those two songs alone could put it in my top 3. But the whole rest of the album just made it worth it, honestly. I'd definitely keep listening to that. If someone said they wanted to listen to Led Zeppelin, I would definitely recommend Led Zeppelin 1, 3, and then probably House of the Holy. That's what I would recommend them to listen to.
Good deal.
Overall, Led Zeppelin 1 really changed my whole perspective on Led Zeppelin. And honestly, I've really grown to like that band now over this whole, like, past week. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I like exercises like this because you listen to a whole band's discography and you'd be like, yeah, they have more than what a greatest hits could ever give you. And now there's some bands that I like listen to where I'm like, okay, I can only listen to the greatest hits on this band. But for the most part, I can always listen to a band's discography and give it a chance. If you have a box set, something like this, it's a CD box set. It's really cool, but that's what I was kind of using for the reference point. But my number one, and it's the only album I have for them on record for some reason, but I got an original here, Physical Graffiti. I remember hearing this for the first time on vacation, and to say I was blown away by this album was an understatement. I could not stop listening to this album the entire time. That's cool. There we go. Because it's a double album, so that's why it's got as many songs on it as there are. Custard Pie, what a great opening track, dude. That's such a good track. The Rover's awesome. In My Time of Dying. I like every song on here, so I'm probably going to list most of them. Side 1, Within My Time of Dying. It's a long song, but it's a great one. Houses of the Holy. Should have been on Houses of the Holy, but it is a great track nonetheless to be on here. Trampled Underfoot is a fun song. That is such a fun song to listen to, and Kashmir is a classic probably from this album. Great one. And I listened to side 3 and 4 first today instead of side 1 and 2, and I liked everything on here. The one on this side that's my favorite on side 4 is Black Country Woman. I know people don't like that song very much, but I loved that track so much. Sick Again's a great ending track. The Wonton song is awesome. Oh, there it is. Probably should have done that earlier. That's cool. I didn't realize it did that, actually, because I've always held it with multiple. When I think of the first song, if you say Led Zeppelin, I probably think Custard Pie.
Really?
That is the first one that comes to mind. Or Good Times, Bad Times, I guess. But, like, pretty much anything off this album, I'll listen to this one, like, to death. It is such a good album.
Yeah, I feel like they really, though, it did make me a little mad. I feel like they really fumbled putting House of the Holy on Physical Graffiti and not putting it on the album House of the Holy. But besides that, honestly, that's a really great first pick. That's a number 1, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I just realized, like, I put this in incorrectly. I think that's backwards. Yeah, that's backwards. But I guess what I was trying to show, it's hard to see it on the phone, which I totally understand, but, like, once you take that and you slide it through here, then it shows Physical Graffiti,
I got you, man.
which is so cool that they did that, and to find a copy of this was pretty insane, not gonna lie. There we go. Slide that back in there, and you have both sides. Thank you all so much for watching our Led Zeppelin ranking. So the video got cut in a weird spot. while we were recording, and the outro was not there, so I'm just having to do this outro here. But thank you all so much for watching. Put in the comments below which albums are your favorites. You can rank them if you'd like, and we'd love to hear your opinions. So thank you all so much for watching and joining us here in the listening room.